I'm laughing because my friend Kelly is over here, like, she looks like she's kissing the tree. I'm recording, by the way. Alright, guys. So I'm out here in nature. Yes, I am, in fact, in Massachusetts. I'm in Abington right now, the same park that I was at yesterday. What? But, yeah, I'm out here, just sitting on a rock. And I was just shirtless for a little bit. Put a shirt on, I gotta spread the love, because it's what I do. And yeah, I have no shirt, even though I don't know how cold it is, but yesterday was freezing. Yesterday, let me show you guys. So, I don't know how good you'll see it, but yeah. That's ice. It's melting a little bit because it's kind of hot. Like, I'm at the perfect spot right here because the sun is just shining right at me. And it's warm, so I was able to take off my shirt and get some vitamin D. You know, funny thing is, I believe that I manifested this because I was looking at videos earlier at home, and I was like, man, because I was talking about how being shirtless in nature, being shirtless in the sun, you know, allowing your body to absorb the sun, that's the best way to get vitamin D. And we breathe through our whole body, so it just feels natural, it feels good. And for women, I'm fighting for you. Free the nipple movement needs to happen because you guys should be allowed to be comfortable, you know, because it's just not fair. But yeah, I'm out here in park, and it feels good. And also too, with the sun, the sun is pure energy, you know what I mean? Hopefully that doesn't fall. But yeah, the sun is pure energy. Like that's why we have like solar energy, wind energy. Nature gives us so much. So that is why I fight so much to protect it. And I learned a lot from nature. So this video is actually I'm gonna talk about trees and how trees actually are like the perfect example of love. Mother Nature is the perfect example of love. I mean, Mother Nature, look at that, Mother Nature. Mother Nature is beautiful. It's something that's why like hippies talk about it so much. That's why hippies hug trees, because if you look at a tree and you actually see what it symbolizes love, unconditional love, limitless love. If you look at what we're doing to the planet right now, we're destroying so much of nature every single day, and yet we're still breathing. How is that? It's because of the trees. We wouldn't be here without the trees. They absorb the carbon dioxide and give us oxygen in return. And even though we're burning them all throughout the planet, we're still here. And they still give us, they don't just decide to one day just be like, man, these humans, they're just destroying us, they're killing our brothers and sisters. Let's just stop giving them air. They don't do that, no. They just keep on doing what they're naturally made to do. And that is one of the best things, one of the best reasons why we need to be more like trees. You learn that they are so loving. Not only do they sustain life, you know, because they give us life, right? They give us life, they give us oxygen, they give us beautiful sights to look at. I mean, all around the world you have different types of trees, and they also sustain life too. They birds have their nest up on trees. Sometimes they'll have little crevices inside the trees that where, you know, squirrels and animals can stay. Sometimes inside the trunk, you know. So they're protecting the animals. They're giving animals plants to eat, fruits and everything like that, leaves to feed on, all that stuff. Nature gives all of that, and guess what? It expects nothing in return. It is the perfect embodiment of love. Another thing about trees is the fact that trees are patient. They don't rush their growth. They're not out here rushing and trying to grow fast. They do things at their own time, at their own pace. And then look how big that they grow. I mean, you've seen some giant trees, but they've never been in a rush. They're not racing anybody. And then love is patient. And that's one thing in this world, in this fast-paced world, we have forgotten how to be patient. We just want everything right then and there. We do not wait. If you're not patient, you will not know what love is. You will get angry, you will assume, you'll make assumptions. So be patient, like a tree. Trees don't compete with each other. They just grow together. Like if you look at trees, you look at all these trees, like all back to back and all that. None of them are fighting. But one tree is not surviving, so that, whoa, look at the wind over there. One tree is not surviving so that one tree falls, you know. You don't see a tree here growing and then it kills off another tree. They grow together, you know, and you see that they actually grow around each other. They don't fight. There's no conflict. There's no competition. And that's love right there too. We don't compete. I remember back in my days, before I fully knew what love was, I would compete. I would always want to be right. in my relationships, and that was just one of my biggest downfalls. I always had to be right no matter what. And now that I know that love is not about competing, it's about growing together, it's about evolving together, it's about thriving together. And in support, they support other animals, they support the ecosystem, they support the planet. We should have a lot more green than we do. Like, my vision for the world is just all these buildings, all these cities that we're doing. We know we're tearing down these trees, all for these buildings, for the oil and all that stuff, for the gas. We're just destroying the planet. We need more green. We need more trees. Another thing about trees, like I said, is their resiliency. Love is resilient. So many of us go through times when we're in a relationship and something happens and we just want to give up. We just want to stop. Like, okay, I want to leave here, I want to try something else. But not trees. They never give up. So I don't want to make this video too long, but real quick, those are just a couple of qualities about trees that I think we should implement in our everyday lives. And that's the best thing about coming out to nature, is that you actually learn from nature. I was watching this video about this lobster, that, you know, how lobsters grow. Like, whenever they outgrow their shell, they literally go under a rock, and they, you know, it's because they are uncomfortable. That's why they get rid of their shell and make a new one. So it teaches us how to deal with stress. So when I'm out here in nature and I just look around, you just learn, you know. You look at the water, how calming it is. You learn to be calm. Look at the water and also how it adapts to different environments. You learn to adapt. You look at the trees and how they just stand still. They're patient. You learn to meditate. You learn to be patient. You learn to just love. You learn to give unconditionally. You learn to give all that you have. You learn to do that and expect nothing in return, and just you keep on doing it day in and day out. These are like some of the lessons that nature teaches you. So I encourage you guys to go out into nature. Disconnect to reconnect. I'm telling you, it will change your life. It has changed mine. I'm a whole new person for it. But yeah, so that's one of my experiences with nature. So you just heard me raw. You know, that's my name. Hear Me Raw. It's talking about me finding my voice and speaking about what I believe in and sharing my love. And I want to hear you guys raw as well. Like, let me hear your thoughts. What do you think about nature? What adventures have you had in nature? What have you learned from nature? Share with me in the comments section below. Subscribe and like this video. And let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And keep spreading the love, guys.